Hey, it's Pastor Baba from Ignite Student Ministries. If you are watching this video, obviously you want to learn how to play Zoom Mafia. So I'm going to get into it real quick, and hopefully you guys are taking notes or being able to figure out how this is going to be able to work out. If you are a youth leader or a youth pastor and you want to figure out how this works in your context, you of course can send me a message or whatever, and I can tell you guys more about that. All right, so the point of the game is for the Mafia to be able to kill off as many people as they can without being recognized. And then, or the townspeople need to be able to figure out who the Mafia is. Now, there are basically only two teams of people. There's the Mafia and then everyone else. So if you are part of everyone else, like I said, you're trying to figure out who the Mafia are. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send you guys a private message, tell you guys what role you guys have. Now, there's a few roles. There's a townsperson, which they don't really have anything special about them. There's regular townspeople. There's the Mafia. They're the ones that get to choose who they get to kill. There's the nurse. They get to choose who they get to save. And then we also have a sheriff. They're the ones that get to choose also who they think that the Mafia is also. Each round will start with me telling everyone that the townspeople are asleep. When I say the townspeople are asleep, that means that you guys just need to turn video off. You guys can keep the audio going, but keep the video off so that people do not see you guys messaging me and telling me who you want to kill, all that type of stuff. The Mafia, they will decide in that time who they want to kill. So you'll message me on there and you'll say, this is who I want to kill. And I'll be like, okay. Then the next person will be the nurse, and they will decide who they want to save. The nurse, you can choose to save yourself if you think that you are in jeopardy and you think that you are going to die. If you think that the Mafia is going to kill you, you can say, okay, I want to save myself. Or if you think it's going to kill somebody else, and you save that other person. And then I will tell you yes or no if that's the person that needed to be saved, or whether you just let an innocent person die. Lastly, then there's the sheriff. They will say who they think. They'll private message me and tell me who they think the Mafia is. I'll just tell them yes or no. That's the only thing I'll tell them. Now, what the thing is, you can't sit there and send out a full mass text to everyone and say, hey, this is who the killer is. This is who the Mafia is. You can't even tell people who you are. All you can do is say, I have a strong feeling that this is the person that is the Mafia. Now, here's the thing. This game, you are allowed to lie. So obviously the Mafia is going to lie and try and say something like, I think this person is the killer. I think this person is the killer. And it's going to be fun because we get to be able to kind of do that. Please don't cheat or do anything that makes it lame, because we want to be able to keep it fun and we want to be able to keep it quick. Then I would tell people, the townspeople, I would tell them to wake up. That just means that you turn your video on. Now, when I tell you to turn your video on, I'll tell a story about the person who died. Now, if the person gets saved, I'll also tell you that. But I will not tell you who the nurse is, who the Mafia is, anything like that. I will just tell you about the person who either died or got saved. When you die in the game, what you have to do is, I'm just going to tell you to turn off your audio. Because usually when we're in person, we do this whole thing where you say we don't talk and all that type of stuff. We don't really need to do that since we're not in person, but I will tell you to turn off your audio just so people can know who's dead and who's not dead. After I say who the person who died or got saved or whatever, the townspeople, you guys get to deliberate on who you think the Mafia is. When the townspeople deliberate on who they think the Mafia is, you guys will vote on it, and once you guys vote on it, whoever gets the most votes will be the person that we choose to be the Mafia. Now, if you don't choose it right and you choose someone that isn't the Mafia, the game continues to go, and basically you just killed off an innocent person. So then their blood will be on your hands, and then you'll be sorry about it and sad about it, blah, blah, blah. So that'll go on, but then we'll keep on going in the game. And so we'll just continue doing rounds until one of two things happens. Either the townspeople figure out who the Mafia is, or we get down to 3 people and no one figures out who the Mafia is. And if no one figures out who the Mafia is when we're by the time that we're down to 3 people, then the Mafia wins. But if you're able to figure out who it is, then you do win. So it could be really long, it could be really short, depending on how long it takes you guys to figure out who the Mafia is. But basically, the game should be pretty simple to be able to play. Sometimes people make it sound more complicated, but this is how we're going to be able to play it here. Different people do different modifications, but for the Ignite Zoo Mafia, this is how we're going to do it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope I get to see you guys tomorrow when we play this game.